My name is Caleb Thornton. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I work nights at a private hospital downtown. I've been doing the same job for over 4 years: orderly work, patient transfers, light cleanup, and helping nurses when they're short-handed. It's not the kind of job most people dream of, but it's quiet, steady, and predictable. That's what I liked most about it. Predictability, repetition. I had my routine. I liked the silence. That silence hasn't existed since 2 weeks ago. It started on a Tuesday morning, just after I got home from a shift. I was drained, sitting on the couch with a microwave dinner in my lap when my phone buzzed. I hadn't heard it ring, but I saw I'd missed a call. Unknown number. I checked and saw I had one new voicemail. Normally, I don't even bother with those, but something made me press play. It was just breathing. Calm, slow, measured breathing, like someone was holding the phone right up to their mouth. There were no background sounds, no static, nothing to suggest it was a pocket dial. After about 10 seconds, there was a word "no," a single letter, spoken in a flat, expressionless male voice. I don't even remember the letter now. At the time, I didn't think anything of it, just deleted the message and moved on. The next night, the same thing happened. I got home a little before 3 a.m., turned on the television, and was half asleep on the couch when the phone buzzed again. Same number, another voicemail. I played it. Same breathing, another letter. By the third night, I started to feel like something was off. I didn't want to admit it, but the letters I was hearing, one per message, were starting to spell something. A name. My name. I told myself it had to be a coincidence, or some kind of robocall glitch. Maybe they were reading from a list, and my name just happened to be part of it. But deep down, I didn't believe that. The voice didn't sound synthetic. It sounded human, eerily calm, deliberate, as if each letter was chosen with care. By the fifth message, it had spelled out my entire first name. Not just part of it, all of it. That's when I started keeping track, writing them down after each call, every night, always at the exact same time, 3:13 a.m., not a minute earlier, not a minute late, always a voicemail, never a ring. I tried blocking the number. Didn't work. I replaced my SIM card. Same thing. I even turned the phone off one night and left it in a drawer. The next morning, when I turned it back on, the voicemail was there, time-stamped at 3:13 a.m. When the voicemails began spelling my last name, I started losing sleep. I stopped going to work. I didn't eat. I didn't answer texts from friends. I spent every night sitting in the middle of my apartment with every light on, just waiting. My body felt like it was in a constant state of alarm, like I was being hunted. And the weirdest part was, I started to feel like I knew the voice. Not who it was, exactly. Just familiar. Sometimes I thought I heard it when I wasn't listening to the phone. In the bathroom, behind the shower curtain, behind me in the kitchen when I stood at the sink. Once, I heard the breathing outside my apartment door. Just breathing. No knock, no footsteps, no retreat. By the time the name was nearly complete, I felt like I was losing my mind. I tried leaving the house during the night, took a long drive across the city, parked in an empty grocery store lot, turned off my phone completely. I just wanted to see what would happen if I wasn't home at the usual time. At 3:13 a.m., the radio in my car went silent. Then the engine cut out. The air around me felt thick, like the pressure had dropped. My phone, which had been turned off and left in the glove box, powered on by itself. New voicemail. I didn't play it until I got home, but I already knew what it would say. Another letter. Another step toward finishing the name. I called my mother tonight, if I'm being honest. Some days, all I want is to hear a voice that reminds me of a time when things felt safe, familiar, predictable. We chatted for a bit about nothing in particular: weather, her garden, a new recipe she tried, until the conversation took an unexpected turn. I asked her a question I hadn't thought about in years. Did I ever do anything strange as a kid, like sleepwalk, or have weird nightmares or anything? There was a long pause on the other end of the line. I could hear her breathing, but she didn't speak right away. I was just about to ask if she was still there when she answered, her voice quiet, thoughtful. Well, yes. You used to wake up every night, around the same time, 3:13 a.m., like clockwork. You'd be sobbing, hysterical. You'd say someone was whispering your name from the hallway. I froze. She continued. It went on for months. I remember checking the hallway every time, but there was never anyone there. Eventually, it stopped. I thought it was just a phase. You were so young, maybe 8 or 9. I don't remember any of it. Not the crying. Not the whispers. Not the time on the clock. Nothing. But as soon as she said it, something in me changed. It was like her words unlocked a door I hadn't even known was there. A faint unease crept over me, cold and slow. I thanked her and ended the call soon after, pretending I had to get up early. Now I'm sitting in my apartment, phone still in hand, staring at the dark hallway outside my bedroom. I live alone. I always have. But tonight, the silence feels wrong, like it's pressing against the walls. I keep looking at the clock. 2:58 a.m. I don't know why I'm so anxious, but I feel like I'm waiting for something. I should go to bed. I really should. 3:11 a.m. It's ridiculous. It was just some childhood phase. My mom even said so. Kids cry at night. They imagine things. It doesn't mean anything. 3:12 a.m. My heart is racing. Why can't I look away from the hallway? 3:13. There it is. A voice. Barely louder than a breath. It said my name. I'm not dreaming. I'm not imagining this. I haven't moved. I can't. My body feels like it's been anchored to the bed. Every instinct screaming at me not to look, but I have to. The hallway is empty, but it feels full, thick with presence, like the air itself is bending under something unseen. I want to call my mum again. But what would I say? That the whispers are back? That maybe they never left? My eyes sting with tears I didn't know were coming. I feel 8 years old again. Small, powerless, staring into a dark hallway while someone waits, just out of view, whispering my name. Maybe it wasn't a phase. Maybe I forgot for a reason. And maybe it remembers me. The night my full name was completed, I didn't answer the call. I just stared at the screen until the voicemail notification appeared. I didn't listen to it immediately. I already knew what it would say. But this time, after the final letter, the voice didn't stop. It spoke again, more clearly than ever before. It said my full name, slowly, deliberately, like it was tasting it. Then came one more phrase. Now we begin. And just like that, the screen went black. My phone hasn't turned on since. That was 3 days ago. I haven't gotten any more calls or messages, not through any phone anyway. But I wake up at exactly 3:13 a.m. every night, like something inside me is responding to a signal. My ears ring, my vision blurs, and I swear I can still hear the breathing, somewhere nearby, like it's getting closer. Last night, just after I woke up again, at exactly 3:13 a.m., I heard it, a whisper. It wasn't in my head. It wasn't a dream. It was right there, in the room with me, a breath that didn't belong to me, sliding through the dark like it had always been there, waiting for me to wake up. My heart slammed in my chest. I didn't move. I barely even breathed. The voice didn't say my name this time. It said a letter. Just one. Soft, sharp. Ah. That was it. Not part of my name. Not anything familiar. But it chilled me to the bone. It sounded so intentional. Like a game had started. A countdown. Or maybe a spell being spelled out. One letter at a time. I sat frozen in my bed for what felt like hours, staring into the dark, my eyes adjusting slowly until I could just make out the edges of the furniture in my room. Nothing was moving, nothing looked wrong, but everything felt wrong. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't about me anymore. I don't think it ever was. I was just the beginning. The first chapter. Some kind of introduction. Whoever or whatever is doing this, it's moving on now. It's choosing someone else. I can feel it. Like whatever presence I've been feeling for weeks has lifted, not because it's gone, but because it's finished with me. It's not whispering to me anymore. It's whispering through me. All day, I couldn't shake the feeling that something's changed. My phone kept buzzing with blocked calls. No voicemail, just static, then silence. I didn't answer. I already knew what it was. I tried to warn someone. I called my best friend, tried to explain, told him not to answer unknown numbers late at night. He laughed, said I needed sleep, said I was being paranoid. I hope he was right, but I don't think he was. I think I know what's happening now. I think it spells out a name. 1 letter per night, a new target, a new victim. Once the name is complete, the thing takes them. I don't know where, I don't know how, but they vanish, disappear, cut off from everyone, like they never existed. It doesn't kill you when the name is finished. That's just when it begins. So if you ever get a call from an unknown number at 3:13 a.m. and it leaves you a voicemail, don't answer, don't listen, don't open it, erase it. Destroy your phone if you have to. Leave, move, hide. Because this isn't some nightmare you can wake up from. It's real. It's watching. And it's spelling someone's name tonight. I just pray it isn't yours.